Hey everyone, welcome to Homeless in San Diego. My name is Greg Angel. Happy to have you back with us, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. We're a show that provides a place for people who have experienced and overcome homelessness to share their story, share their strength. And today, Elvis Chavez, welcome to Homeless in San
Thank you.
Diego.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we just met, and you and I have something in common. We're both girl dads.
Yes.
So go girl dad
Go,
power.
yes, definitely.
And your two youngest are how old again?
7 and 10.
7 and 10. So my girls are 9 and 12. So
Very close, very
like
similar.
such fun ages, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's chaotic at times, but I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, right. And school's about to get started, or is it started already?
It already started.
Oh,
Luckily, it
man.
was on Wednesday.
Wow.
So again, just having some normalcy back into our lives is like amazing. Especially with the summer break, it was chaotic, but yeah, we survived.
Well, you've done so much more than survive. I mean, the last year plus has been something that I can only imagine. And so very thankful, and I just appreciate you coming on and
Thank you. No,
sharing
and I
sharing today.
appreciate you guys having me. It's an honor to be here and talking to you and to your listeners. Is just want to help as much as I can after experiencing what I went through.
So, before we talk about that, you want to share a little bit about your background? We were talking earlier about both growing up in the '90s and
Yeah. My family is from Nicaragua, and I was born and raised in LA. Um, Growing up, just in the '90s, it was kind of chaotic, and especially, well, in the main area city that I was raised at was in South Central. So it was just a norm of seeing, gang violence and stuff like that, drug users. Luckily, I didn't fall into that because I was more scared of my mom than I was of my gang members that were trying to recruit me. I was like, no, my mom's gonna whoop me. I rather make her happy.
yeah, shout out to moms
Shout out
everywhere.
to moms everywhere,
Yeah,
especially my mom.
yeah.
But yeah, just I never thought that I was gonna be moving out of LA. I always thought I was gonna pretty much grow old over there.
Mm,
And when I was over there, um, I was a supervisor for two buildings in downtown LA. It was one called the Rowan, the other one called El Dorado,
mhm.
and I was supervising them for their janitorial, and a position opened up here in San Diego that was for a manager position. Um, I took the risk. I mean, I don't know anyone here. I don't have any family members here, so it was a
Ah,
big risk, a big leap. But I was young and hungry, like to keep going in this to career. Um,
when was that you moved down here?
so I moved in 20 well, I took the job in 2016, and then I officially moved down here in 2019.
Okay.
So from those 3 years I was commuting from LA to San Diego until I could have a stable like job here, like make sure that this is what I wanted to do. And then in 2019, towards the end of 2019, we moved down here, and then COVID
Yeah,
happened. So
and
yeah, it was fun.
that was a heck of a time to move. And
Exactly.
who's we? What did family look
So
like?
my family at that time consisted of my wife and four of her children. And Yeah, yeah, it was six of us in total that we moved.
And I know you're living in Vista now. Or no,
Yes,
are you in Vista now?
yes,
Yeah.
I'm still in Vista. Yeah.
And you were in Vista before. Were you did you move down to Vista, or how did
Yeah, so immediately when we moved down here was in the Vista area.
Okay.
And we've been there ever since until last year when I had to move to Escondido.
And you want to share what happened last
Yeah,
year?
absolutely. So on November 8th of last year, my wife had a cardiac arrest. And she, I was sleeping, and I just heard a loud thump, something drop. And when I went to investigate, I saw my wife's body inside of our closet. And I just thought, because we used to work day and night shifts, so
Mm,
I just thought, did she like, was she so tired that she just fell asleep there? And I'm calling her name. I'm like, Dondi, Dondi. And when she's not responding, I took her body out of the closet and saw her face was blue, completely blue. I immediately called 911. They told me to do CPR until the paramedics got there. I did the CPR. They took her, and she was still alive. From what I saw, she was like struggling to breathe. When I get to the hospital, they're telling me that she's unconscious and that she has brain damage. To what extent, I didn't know until a few days later when they did all their studies and stuff. And basically, she went without oxygen for 30 minutes.
Mm.
So she was medically diagnosed as brain dead. So her body was alive, but not her brain. So um, that happened in November 8th. And then slowly I started to basically everything just spiraled from there because again, me and my wife, we were working day and night shifts just to make ends meet, just to survive, right?
Hmm.
When this happened, obviously I can't keep up with the apartment or the rent for the apartment. I couldn't keep up with uh the utility bills, just everything.
Yeah.
So I started moving my stuff out of the apartment because I didn't want to get an eviction on my record just in case, So I just got my stuff out, got my daughters out. I filed for bankruptcy, and it's just again, we lost everything. Basically, we lost everything. I didn't even have time to really mourn for my wife, and I was just so focused on just trying to make sure that we were okay. Um,
You were in survival mode.
yeah, I was in survival mode. Yeah, I was in survival mode, and luckily, I called 211 um, because we were basically living off of our van for a little while. We were staying with some friends here, but it's just so hard going from where I mean, my whole life I was never homeless. I never went through something like this. So going from that to now being homeless with two girls, and then trying to move into someone else's household, it was just a shock, you know,
On top of the fact that you've,
that I lost my wife.
yeah.
So it was just too much all at once. And so I decided to not stay there with them. Um, Called 211, and then they called me, Interfaith called me back. And shout out to Jeremiah. He's a great guy. He was the one that gave the intake to be able to go into one of the family shelters here, and they were so welcoming. Jenny as well from that shelter.
Yeah.
She was amazing, just amazing, and um, just that's kind of the backstory of how how everything happened, I guess.
Elvis, I'm deeply sorry about your wife. And we were talking just before, and you were sharing how it's helpful to talk about it. So,
Yeah, yes. I mean, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 89. So growing up in the 90s, especially in a Hispanic household, it's like you're the man of the house. You're a boy, but to be a man, you don't need to show emotions.
mm,
If you have any emotions, just push it down. Boys don't cry. Um, and like I mentioned, I grew up in South Central, so showing any kind of weakness, it was like it could cost your life.
hmm,
And so now, now being a grown up, now having daughters, it's I had to basically relearn everything that I was taught, and I'm opening up, going to grievancy groups and stuff like that. It helps a lot, and I feel like there's men's health, mental health is like not talked about as much.
yeah.
I think we need to make it more normalized because yeah, not everyone is I mean there are people that are really mentally tough and like they, nothing faces them, but I mean not everyone's built like that. And I'm definitely not like that. So I need to kind of relearn everything, I guess.
I would characterize you as very mentally tough, just as somebody who has gone through what you've gone through, and you're sitting here today,
Thank you.
and you told me that you're on the show because you want to help people. You want people who might
Yeah.
be in similar situations or dealing with any similar issues to know that there are places like Interfaith and Operation Hope that can provide support. Um, but also just to be an inspiration. Like, I mean, I'm inspired by you, Elvis. So, I think your if not toughness, perseverance and strength, is
Thank you.
unquestioned.
Um a lot of it I don't accredit it to me. I give all the credit to my daughters. I'm
Mm,
really just trying to be here for them, you know?
yeah,
I just want to make sure they're okay.
yeah, yeah. Well, they got you, and I'm very again thankful for you coming on and sharing today. Um, as we think about your journey, just as less than a year. You said your wife had the cardiac issue on November 8th.
Mhm.
When did she pass away?
So they got her off the machines because she was on she was on the machines,
Uh,
and they disconnected her on November 16,
mm,
which was literally a few days before my daughter's birthday.
mm,
Which again, it just feels so surreal. Like it feel like so much happened that it feels like it didn't happen.
yeah,
Like I feel like sometimes I might be driving and I'm thinking that um that it was all an error, that it wasn't true, you know? But
that it didn't happen.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's very, it's still very fresh. It's still very,
Yeah.
very recent. When did you move out of the apartment and
So
make that transition?
we slowly started moving our stuff in November, I want to say 25th,
So really
because
soon. This is like weeks.
I knew that we had to get out of there because I wasn't able to pay for the next month's rent. And I wanted to try to get as much money back from the landlord for, our deposit
Yeah.
and our last month's rent and stuff like that. I didn't want to have any kind of issues with them,
Mm-hmm.
just so I was able to find another place quickly, because with an eviction on your record, it's extremely hard to find any kind of housing. I mean, it's already difficult now without just
Yeah.
with a clean record.
Just
It's difficult
hard stop. It's hard. It's
now.
difficult. Yeah.
Exactly, now with an eviction on it, on top of it, it's nearly impossible.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to. Again, I was in survival mode, and I just thought, okay, if I cannot make next month's rent, like I need to move. I need to get out of here before something else happens. It was just, yeah, it was just a very chaotic moment, and
Unbelievably chaotic. I
yeah,
mean, mere weeks into
yeah.
this. How do you remember how you identified 211 as a resource? How you
Um, honestly, I don't even
like look it up
remember.
online or something? Or
I think I might have Googled it and
yeah,
kind of seen like what to call or where to call,
how
and
to
I
get
called
help? Yeah.
211, and they just took my information down, and they said that someone was going to call me back with more information. And literally the next day, someone from Interfaith called, and they let me know, hey, you're approved to come down to one of our family shelters.
Wow.
And I mean, even that was kind of scary because,
Oh, sure.
well, it's because when there's so much negative stigma that comes with homelessness, and so when they said a shelter, what I imagined was basically a big area that's empty with just a bunch of bunk beds with different people,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of like sleeping on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I have two daughters, like the first thing is like security for them. Like, are they going to be okay? Like,
100%.
it was just, I didn't know what to expect. But when I went to the family shelter with Jeremiah, it was like a godsend. Like, it was perfect. Again, I was like, the main concern was my daughter's security, making sure they were okay. And I was like, no, this is perfect. It's not what I imagined, nor what it sounds like. I believe one of your previous episodes you mentioned like you don't like the term family shelter because it has such a negative stigma on
Sounds
it.
like what you
It
described a
it
minute
sounds like
ago,
what I
right?
what I
Yeah,
imagine, and
yeah,
it's nothing like that.
yeah.
And so yeah,
You
just and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I just want to like pay it forward, for everything you guys did for me and my family.
can you share with our listeners what the shelter is like and,
Yeah.
and then also what it was like for your daughters and yourself?
Honestly, it felt like almost like a, college dorm
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
thing,
That's a
and
good
so it
analogy.
is not even like, because when you say hotels or motels as well, it is kinda shady, but
Mhm.
no, it was more like a college dorm. It felt, secured. Everyone had their own, privacy, which was one of the biggest thing that I was more concerned about. Um, Something that I had told one of the staff members is that if it was just me, if I was just homeless with no children, I would have just stayed in the van. But being with two girls again, I needed to find a more stable location until we had our own place. And I mean, interfaith really came through for us.
And so when did you move into the shelter? Do you remember?
It happened, I want to say December 25th
Okay.
is when we moved in because
On Christmas Day?
I believe so. The reason why is because my daughter's birthday was December 19th,
Okay.
and I remember that literally a few days right after her birthday, we started moving our stuff
Okay.
in. So I want to say December
Right
25th,
around there.
somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, somewhere around there.
There's an activity center for younger kids, another little activity center for older kids.
Right.
Did your daughters
Yeah,
enjoy that?
yeah, they did, especially in the playground, the little tot lot area
Oh,
with
yeah, yeah.
the swings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really loved that. They had a pair of roller skates that they used to love playing with.
Yeah.
So when we moved out, that was one of the first things that my daughter wanted was some roller skates of her own. So I was like, yeah, I'll get you that. Don't worry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you were there about 3 months, right?
Yes, about 3 months. We moved out in mid March. Yeah.
Because, there was an opportunity to get closer to the kids' school, I think?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, we were living in Vista. Like that was, I mean, since we moved from LA, that's the area that we stayed in
Yeah.
is in Vista. And so my thought was, I mean, my daughters lost their mother, we lost our apartment, we lost our house. So I wanted to keep some type of normalcy in their lives. So I struggle to stay in that area for their friends, so they can at least, or and also their teachers, because their teachers, when all of this happened, they really helped us a lot.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of school counseling and stuff like that. Um, so I needed that support, and I was struggling to go back in Vista, to stay in Vista, because Vista's it's expensive.
Yeah,
It's one of the
yeah.
most expensive areas I would say around here. But I just wanted for them to at least have their friends, you know?
And so do you wanna share about the next location that you went to
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
Vista?
So my case manager from Interfaith, she referred me to another family shelter. I'm not sure if I'm able to
Oh, yeah, of
say their
course,
name.
absolutely, yeah.
So it's Hope. And so basically they have a shelter literally a couple of block, or sorry, a couple of miles from their school.
Oh, perfect.
So my case manager said, hey, there's this opening here, you might be interested. Immediately signed up for it, and they took us like within a couple of days.
Nice.
So I was able to move in mid March. Like as soon as we moved out from Interfaith, we moved into Hope, and we were there until May. So
Okay,
another 3 months.
okay. And what was it like there at Operation Hope?
My kids, fell in love with the other kids there.
Oh, that's
So
so great.
it was a lot. There was a lot more families with a lot more kids around their age,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
they connected easier with them. They, every time when I would pick them up from school, like they couldn't wait to go back
Oh, that's
because
cool.
they just wanted to hang out with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, and I also connected a lot with their parents there when I was staying there. Like, um, we would share, our stories and how we got there, and kind of found a little community that turned into kind of my family. I still keep in contact with them even though I'm not there anymore. And just just texting them, making sure they're okay, and letting them know that I'm there for them if they ever need anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. That's great. I'm so glad it was such a good place for your family and
yeah,
for the girls. So at that point, I understand you're you find a place to move into, but still having a hard time kind of getting over the move in costs and all that
yes.
stuff, right?
So, I mean, one of the biggest requirements is like you have to make three times the rent, and on top of that, you have to have like a 650 credit. And again, because I couldn't keep up with my bills, I filed for bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
like, even though I was making just enough money to be able to afford to pay the rent,
Hmm.
my credit was preventing me from getting anywhere. And my case manager there at Hope, she was her name's Shay. Shout out to Shay.
Shout
Thank
out to
you.
Shay.
She helped me out a lot. She was one of the ones that helped me find a home, and where I'm currently at, like it's just, you know, it's perfect for us. It's perfect. Yeah.
So how did you get over that hump of
Well,
all those move-in expenses?
so the thing that helped was that I was able to find an apartment directly with a landlord
Uh-huh.
instead of a management company.
Hmm.
Because usually with management companies, like there's no negotiation. It's set in stone what they want.
Yep.
When I was talking with the landlord, she was extremely flexible. I told her my backstory. I told her what was happening, and she helped out a lot because any other way I wouldn't be able to get into an apartment.
And then did Interfaith provide any assistance on
They
that?
did. They helped so much. They helped me with first month, last month, and deposit.
Oh wow.
And aside from that, they helped with furniture, with clothes. Just, I mean, they've been there from day one,
That's
and
cool.
they're still. I mean, and they were still there even after. Again, after I left, they were still helping me. So again, I just so grateful to them.
Well, we're grateful to get to support you, super dad, and your family. When did you move into the new place, your own apartment?
We moved in May 25th.
Okay.
May 25th. Yeah.
I mean, that is so quick. I'm thinking from November 8th to November 25th to December 25th to
Yeah.
May. I mean, that's a lot in a really short period of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
It,
lot.
I mean, it's a lot, and it happened all quick, but then at the same time it feels like it was years ago. It's just, again, it's such a surreal experience that it's one of the reasons why I I I said yes to this, because I want to help people who've gone through similar things that I have. Um I just want to be able to help. That's all.
Is there anything that you want to share for people who may be in similar situations or are struggling and you know,
I would say it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to seek help. Again, growing up in the '90s, it's like don't show any kind of weakness. If you do, you're not a real man. And I I feel like um, asking for help. I believe it's being more of a man than anything,
hmm.
because you're admitting you can't do it. It's fine. It's okay. Everyone needs help from time to time.
And we came into this world with the help of our mom, of people caring for us. If we're fortunate enough to make it to an old age, right, we're going to be cared for by others. help is just part of our human existence. And it's what created this organization. The idea interfaith community services was different faiths coming together because they were all, regardless of the religion and the faith community, they were all called to help. And they said, well, we could actually help more people and do a better job if we work together.
True, true. And yeah, I just want to be part of that. I just want to give back to the community that helped me.
Well, you're doing that right now, Elvis, and like I said earlier, you're inspiring me, and I'm sure our listeners as well. What does the future hold for you? What's yeah,
So right now, my main focus is a cleaning company that me and my brother started about 2 years ago.
okay,
Um, and I just want to focus on growing that. I mean, right now, just within those 2 years, we have about 10 employees, which is uh, it's kind of crazy because again, we started from nothing. It was
hmm,
zero, like we didn't have any kind of accounts, and so we're steadily growing. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to build something so my daughters aren't having to worry about anything in the future, making sure I leave something behind for them and just making sure they're okay.
no doubt you'll be successful in that regard. What kind of cleaning does your company do?
So it's mainly janitorial, but we also do specialty work. It's like pressure washing, floor cares like
Okay,
tiles, marble floors, carpet cleaning. So anything that has to do with cleaning, we do.
all right.
Yeah.
Do you want to share some information about your business so that our listeners who are interested?
Sure. If I mean, we mainly focus on HOAs.
Okay,
So
so
if there's an HOA that needs any kind of janitorial services,
all right,
we our main focus is North County, San Diego. So like Carlsbad, Oceanside, Vista, Escondido.
okay,
But we also do have several accounts in Chula Vista, in El Cajon, and those areas in downtown San Diego as well. But our main focus is North County, San Diego. But yeah, if anyone needs a quote or something like that, they can reach me at Elvis at justcleanitsd.com.
Elvis at justcleanitsd.com.
Yes.
Just Clean It SD is in San Diego.com.
Yes.
Website too is probably,
No, we don't have really a website or
yeah,
anything like that.
hit
Again,
'em up.
it's just a 2-year-old company, and like we're pretty small right
Yeah.
now. That'll be probably in the future,
All right.
but yeah, right now we're just going, nice and steady.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you. And I just wanted to give a shout out to my brother Caesar and my sister-in-law Kara because they were there with me through s- since day one. And I've told them this is that I don't know what I would have done without them.
Hmm.
And they love my daughters like if they're their own, you know?
Yeah.
So just that alone is like um the love and the love that they've shown to my daughters is like they're showing it to me like threefold, if that
Hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Believe me, it does.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just thank you, Caesar. Thank you, Kara.
Shout out to Caesar and Kara. Um, it's a really, it's really beautifully stated, Elvis. The love that they're sharing comes to you threefold times because it's support for your daughters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Again, shout out to them. Our listeners know, and we were discussing before, Elvis, we always do a call to action on our
Mm,
shows.
yeah.
You wanted to come on here to help others, inspire others. You've done that. What do you have as a call to action for our listeners?
I think call to action would be I would ask people to be more to try and learn sympathy, and if they can't, maybe some empathy,
Hmm.
because again, I'm 36 years old right now. I've never experienced something like this, and so I would hear in the news like the cost of living is increasing. People are losing their homes and stuff like that. Like you hear it on the news, but you honestly don't. Well, I didn't give it a second thought. And going through what I went through and seeing full families like struggling just to be able to be in a home, and then seeing people from the outside criticizing them, and basically having this mindset of like, well, pull yourself by your bootstraps.
Hmm.
It's not it's not easier said than done, and there's so many things that person's probably going through. So again, if you're not able to if you can't learn how to be sympathetic, then maybe some empathy. Just try to understand. If you can't feel it, just understand that this person's going through this, be it drug abuse, be it financial crisis, anything like that. Just be more be more human, I guess. It would be my call to action.
I love that. I love that. We need more of that. And we need it right now, especially when more and more people who are homeless, people who are at risk of homelessness, people who are just having a hard time making ends meet
Yeah.
are being attacked
Yeah.
and being blamed.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Yeah. Very I agree.
Yeah. Well, Elvis, thank you for coming on today, for sharing. Um, but I mean, most of all, just thank you for being who you are. Like I said, super dad earlier. I mean that.
Thank you.
You
Thank
are
you.
you are an amazing person to lead your family through what your family has been through.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, thank you. And we are very honored at Interfaith Community Services to get to work with people and families like yourself, and to be there to support you with what's next. You talked about the need for empathy, and we say it all the time. There's nothing wrong with people who are experiencing homelessness. There's nothing wrong with people who are experiencing these challenges.
Right.
It's a human condition, right?
Yeah.
It's a part of the community that we live in, and we, you, me, and others are called to help and to be empathetic and support. So we're very honored to just be a small part of your journey, and thank you for sharing your journey, because it brings to life the struggle and the opportunity that we have to help our neighbors during really challenging times, which these are very much so. Um, in June of this year, the most recent month that we have statistics for the whole county of San Diego, more than 1,200 people overcame homelessness, like you did in May, right? That same month, more than 1,000 people, though, became homeless for the very first time, like you and your family did just a few months prior, right? And so that was actually the first month in many months that more people overcame homelessness than fell into it for the first time. That's not usually has not been the case. But people like yourself uh, are your strength and your perseverance helped you overcome all of this. And then sometimes there's some support that can help from organizations like ours. Um, but we need more of that, because not everyone is able to be as successful as you've been overcoming these challenges. So I wanted to just kind of put some numbers to it for our listeners.
Yeah.
That we're talking about thousands of people, more than 1,000 people every month, overcoming homelessness, falling into homelessness, just in San Diego County, and that there are opportunities that all of us have, thinking about our calls to action,
Right.
to make a difference.
And well, also something I want to add to that is homelessness doesn't have a like it's not just one thing. Like so what I mean by that is growing up, to me homelessness was someone with a cart pushing it down the street.
Hmm.
He's homeless.
Hmm.
In that shelter in interfaith and in hope, I saw again families that if I would talk to them outside, like just I didn't know them, I would have never thought that they were homeless.
Yeah.
Because again, it's that negative stigma of like homelessness. It's just I was surprised to see people who have had it all, and then all of a sudden they didn't. And so again, having having that sympathy or empathy for that person is like you don't you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what happened that led them to be here. And so, yeah, just I just wanted to I just wanted to point that out is that homelessness doesn't have a single like look or anything like that. It comes in many different shapes and forms.
100%, 100%. And we can all help the situation. We can all help people. We can be empathetic. We can treat people with dignity and respect. We can listen and learn, right? So, listening and learning to what you're sharing, that homelessness doesn't have an image, doesn't have one look, right?
Right, right.
It's this, frankly, unfortunately, all encompassing thing in our
Yeah.
community. And then we can also get involved when we can help. And so, my call to action, building off what you've shared, Elvis, in your story, is to our listeners who are already, I'm sure, involved, right? They're
Yeah.
listening to a
Yeah.
podcast on homelessness,
Right.
right? So they're probably already giving or volunteering,
Yeah.
but maybe you're not. Maybe you're like thinking about it and you're like, I don't know exactly how to make a difference.
Hmm.
Every organization doing this work can use your help, right?
Yeah.
So here at Interfaith, you can come and volunteer. You can make an in-kind donation. You talked about when your family moved into your new apartment, that Interfaith helped out with some of the furnishings and
Yeah.
items. Those
Yeah.
are all donated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We have a whole warehouse that you can donate and fill stuff up. You can then volunteer to help move in,
Right.
right? And then you shared that Interfaith was fortunate to be able to support your move-in expenses, right?
Yes.
First, last month's rent, that sort of thing.
And yeah.
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 So
Exactly.
that's money. We need money. We need
Yes.
money to do that. And so I would encourage people to give what they're able to. Gifts of all size make a huge impact. You can give to Interfaith Community Services. You can give to Operation Hope North County. You can give to any number of organizations that are doing this work. Um, those gifts matter. They make a difference, and they help people directly.
Absolutely. And again, I want to say to your listeners, thank you. I mean, just them listening into the podcast. I mean, they're,
Mm.
you know, it's viewership on the website, so it's even that is just helping. So thank you.
Yeah, that's a great point. Just by listening, Karen, and then share, share with
Yeah,
others, right? Because
absolutely.
maybe you've learned something here that is surprising to you. Well, it's going to be surprising to your friends, your family. So share
Yeah,
with them as well.
absolutely.
Cool. Elvis, anything else you want to share before we wrap up today?
Yes, I just want to let's whoever's listening and whoever's probably going through a similar situation is that don't lose hope, don't
Hmm.
lose faith. Um, my mom would always tell me, while we still have life, there's still hope. Um, Growing up, I experienced a lot of deaths in the family, and so every time something like that happened, I would remember my mom saying, "Is like unfortunately, those people that passed away, they're resting, but we're here still struggling in life. But I mean, but we're alive. We're able to still do something. So, again, while you still have life in you, you have hope."
Powerful words from an amazing dad, amazing person. Thank you, Elvis.
Thank you. Thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much.